Diamond Dave here, filming episode 3 of Fighting at 40, Fight Fuel MMA documentary series about me, Jesus Christ, trying to take an amateur fight when I turned 40. And today, we had the Manimal in to train with us. And tell him a little about yourself.
We out here. You got the Manimal in the mix. Maybe if Dave had some fucking chest hair, you wouldn't be such a little bitch that it's cold outside.
I have fucking chest hair. I'm just conditioned to wear a rash guard. This guy don't give a fuck because he's always touching my beard. He's touching my beard.
I can touch whatever I want. What are you gonna do? We already showed that you ain't gonna do shit about it.
Listen, you don't know. I was holding back. I was holding back, trying to be conscientious.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
But Manimal came in. We did 3 rounds. Manimal has a penchant for professional wrestling moves. And if you want to see someone fucking fighting for their life while some asshole puts pro wrestling moves on them, watch the rest of this video.
I mean, I went for the $1 million dream successfully.
He hit the $1 million
dream. Sharpshooter. Boston Crab, motherfucker wouldn't let me body slam him. He obviously doesn't realize that wrestling is scripted.
Jesus
it's
Christ.
It's not real.
I'm trying to.
You
real
went for
fighting.
real.
I train UFC, bro. I don't do this WWE, but this is UFC.
You want to go another round?
No. All right, we're out. Diamond Dave here, and today I am going to be your narrator / commentator for episode 3 of Fighting at 40, a Fight Fuel MMA documentary series where we chronicle my training to take an amateur MMA fight at 40 years of age. Today we had a special guest on. We had John the Manimal Beneduce came in to do some rounds with me, get me some experience. Now John is a high-level BJJ black belt. He is a pro fighter, fights in Bellator. He is a Viking, son of Odin. All-around lunatic in the best possible way. And he has a penchant for professional wrestling moves. So to make this more entertaining for you and probably safer for me, he was only going to finish with professional wrestling moves. So we're going to get right into it. You see he's holding the ropes for me. What a gentleman, right? I'm going in, hands raised. I'm ready for this. We're into our corners and the fight is on. The bell has rung. Now, the first thing I'm thinking is that I want to keep this fight on the feet as long as I can, as I get punched in the face, and I managed to stay on the feet for about 15-20 seconds. Now, the reason I wanted to keep the fight on the feet was because, as I mentioned before, John is a high-level BJJ black belt, and I am a BJJ purple belt. There is a vast skill difference, and that's going to become apparent right about now as he moves from a front headlock to taking top position. So I was playing my BJJ open guard game that I like to play, and he used that as an opportunity to hit the Cesaro Swing. What is that? I don't know. I think it looked pretty good. He loved it. Let the fight commence again. All right. Yeah, I think it's funny too. So I'm trying to use some kung fu style kicking techniques and everything. I'm really trying to stay loose because if you watched Fighting at 40 episode 1, where I did 2 rounds with Andre Barquero, halfway through the first round I was completely gassed. So I knew I was going to do 3 rounds this time, so I wanted to calm myself so I could make it. Did you see that? That bullshit sweep and then up with the hook, and he actually hit me with it. That was great, right? So I wanted to make sure I could make it through the rounds. Now, if you thought the Cesaro Swing was interesting, or you thought that was interesting, wait till we get to round 2 where he hits the drop kick from hell on me. But right now I'm in bottom position and I'm trying to get my knee in. This is very different from BJJ because since this is MMA sparring, John can punch me in the face, which he is doing very lightly because it's a friendly sparring session. Nonetheless, you have to address the fact that there's fists, 4-ounce gloves coming at your face. It makes you play guard, or in this case, be held in side control, differently. And now he's over and he's moving into the $1 million dream. That's going to be the second pro wrestling technique that Manimal hits on me. And
give me the $1 million dream, motherfucker.
He wants it. He got it. It actually works. It actually works.
Shit.
Oh, yeah, then he can only hold it for something.
Apparently, I should have grabbed the ropes, then he would have had to let go. I'll bear that in mind for later on in the sparring session. And the top...
Oh. It's happening.
All right, that's enough.
It's happening. Hamburger meat's out.
Oh, yeah.
The top is popped. I was trying to remain civilized here, but the Manimal is, what was that? That is just embarrassing. I guess taking the shirt off gave the Manimal like the boost he needed to hit a beautiful sweep right there, and that is the worst getup I have ever seen in my life. But I did get back up. So, like I said, first episode of Fighting at 40, where I sparred Andre Barquero, I was completely gassed out at this time in the sparring session. I gotta say I'm doing better cardio-wise this time around. I am not doing better at not getting taken down, though, because we're back on the mat. All right. See Manimal's going knee on belly here. Black belt level control is different. When I'm training BJJ, I'm rolling with a purple belt or something. I could usually get out. I could beat that knee on belly. This, I feel like I cannot move. It's hard to describe. Like, yeah, I could move my arms, but I feel like every time I do move them, something terrible is going to happen. Like this. All right, now he's got a Kimura locked up. You saw him glance at the camera, right? I think this is more of his pro wrestling style shit. He drags me over to the ropes so I can pull the heel maneuver of hitting, holding the rope, and he's got to break the hold after a 5 count. He's pissed. It's all right. Live to fight another day. If you're not cheating, you're not trying. All right. Round is probably drawing to a close right now. I throw a jumping side kick, and I'm pretty tired here. But what was that? All right, this is my devastating guillotine. I've got this hooked up. I've got an arm in guillotine hooked up. And this could be good for me, right? This could be good, except that happens. I let my arm get pinned behind my back. Now I give him my back. That's just embarrassing. All right. Bam! Belly to back suplex. So that counts as a pro wrestling move too. That's 3 legit pro wrestling moves hit in an MMA sparring session so far. There's more coming up in round 2, so just wait for him. Yeah, Manimal's on top. He's got mount position, and I would frame off the hips. If this was BJJ, I'd frame off the hips. I would shrimp. I'd try to get a knee in. But if I devote both my arms to one of his hips, or both if I want to do the kipping escape, I'm going to get blasted in the face. So round's over. Saved by the bell. I breathe a sigh of relief. And yeah, that was fun. That was fun. So at this point, see, Manimal thinks it's fun too. So at this point, Manimal's just getting warmed up and I'm like, man, I'm tired. But my cardio is better than it was a month and a half ago, so I can still go for the second round, which I think is probably the best round out of the 3. Like I said, last round is going to be in the cage, which makes things a little different, but this was a decent round. I didn't get taken down immediately. I was able to resist some of the takedowns for a couple seconds, and my cardio did hold up. I talked about this in episode 1 of Fighting at 40, how my BJJ tendencies are problematic for MMA. I like to play open guard in jiu-jitsu. Really, I should just be focusing on getting back up so this doesn't happen. You got a sweaty, hairy-chested dude crawling up and taking mount on you and smothering you in his chest hair while making fun of you that he's doing that at the same time. All right, what do we got here? We got Americana threat. I'm trying to get out. He could be blasting me in the face here, but, you know, like I said, friendly. He's using pro wrestling moves. All right, he's got the Kimura grip locked up. Now, this is some black belt shit. So he has the Kimura locked up. He knows my defense to the Kimura is going to be to forward roll, which I do, directly into an arm bar. I guess they have arm bars in pro wrestling, right? We'll let that slide, Manimal. That's okay. Maybe I was giving you a little run for your money. You had to use some jiu-jitsu. That's probably what it was, right? So, something I got to work on, getting backed into the corner or against the ropes like you see happening over and over. Manimal is consistently taking the center of the octagon. Here we go. It's my devastating guillotine. And this time it was a little better. I got the leg over the back to trap him, but I don't even know what he did. I just felt like I could not hold the guillotine. This is something you'll find training with high-level black belts. They do things that you don't even think of as jiu-jitsu, like hidden jiu-jitsu. Body position, weight distribution. It's not quite a technique. It's beyond a technique, but they work. So one day I'm going to get that shit too. And here, I had an arm truck, you see, drag me away from the rope so that I couldn't grab him this time. Like I said, he might be starting to get scared of me. He might have to, do a little more work here. I think that's what was happening. Big sigh of fatigue from me. But the Manimal, what is that hip switch? That shit actually throws you up. That was a pretty good snappy front kick up the middle that I threw there. And All right, guys, pay attention to this. This is going to be fun, right? Nice bolo punch from me right there. All right. Manimal was dying to do this. He even said he was going to do this. And... drop kick. Square to the dick. Ba-bam! That shit hurt. But I'm sure it made Manimal's day to the drop kick, as he mentioned he wanted to do it, and no harm done. I'm fine. Testicles, all good. Leave a comment. Here's the thing. Do you remember Ben Henderson versus Anthony Pettis in the WEC? There was that somewhat big controversy. People said it was a setup because Henderson shuffled his feet right before Pettis threw the now super famous Showtime kick. If you pay close attention to my dick right before Manimal throws that drop kick, I kind of readjust my shit. Do you think this was set up, or was this a legitimate dick kick technique? Tell us in the comments below. Also, if you guys watched, we're back. All right, small technical difficulty, never mind. So if you guys watched Fighting at 40 episode 2, which was the What's in My Gym Bag episode, you'll probably know that I never wear a cup because I'm stupid, and I was not wearing one this sparring session either. And that was, what was that, a lateral drop? Whatever that was, the takedown worked. We got the Manimal on top of me, sweating, being a Viking, and I'm just desperately trying to recover my guard, which I don't believe I do. Let's see. No, here. So he drops back. I know he's going to go for the figure 4 leg lock because he loves that shit. And for a second, I was like, maybe I should let him hit this figure 4 leg lock. It would be good for the video. But then in the back of my mind, I'm like, yo, I've been training with John Calistine for a year and a half. And a lot of that training is leg locks and leg lock defense. If JC watches this video and sees me get stopped with figure 4 leg lock, maybe he won't teach me anymore. He'll be like, you suck. So I did the correct escape, cleared my knee line, and immediately was on bottom under Manimal again. But I did not get tapped by the figure 4 leg lock. I'm calling that a win for me. Definite win for me. And now we got from the mount some ground and pound. Yeah, this is not intelligent defense. Fortunately, there's no ref. Otherwise, the fight would have been over. Saved by the bell. And we're getting ready for round 3 in the cage. Figured we'd switch it up because there is a big difference between fighting in a ring and fighting in a cage. As you're going to see, part of that difference is grappling against the cage. Now here is my devastating guillotine again, which I'm taking notes from Dustin Poirier. I know he said that you miss 100% of the guillotines, that you don't jump. So thank you, Dustin, for that. This is your fault. What do we got going on here? Yeah, I'm kind of flopping around on bottom. And Manimal is just kind of moving from position to position. He's probably trying to set up the $1 million dream again. He loves that shit. All right. Got my back taken. But I remember this. This is cool. I do not get tapped to a rear naked choke because I escape correctly by scooting my hips to the side. Look at that. There. I'm out. Except I'm in bottom mount again. But whatever, I get out. That's a win for me too. I like this. Manimal just kind of deciding when and where to punch me in the face. He's like, I'll punch you there. Right there, just mushing my face. That's great. So, what am I playing? Deep half guard here? Yeah, that's not going to work. Deep half is probably bad for MMA. He's not going to get this triangle. Look, I'm going to roll. No, he stops me. So, takeaways already from this sparring session. This is round 3. And I still have some cardio to work and try to get out of bad spots and try to land some offense. So I'm actually pretty happy with that. I'd say that's definitely a sign that the training I have been doing is helping me, because if this had been Fighting at 40 episode 1, I would have been dead of a stroke by now. So this is good. This is bad, but overall, this is good. We're winding down to the end of the round right now. Now, after we get done sparring here, Manimal is going to give me a crash course in steel mace techniques. And he's got a couple cool custom-made steel maces that we worked with, and I think he's doing a giveaway on them. So if he still is, we're We're going to put a link to that giveaway down below in our next video. It's going to be a bonus to this video, just steel mace techniques and Viking wisdom, and that's going to be coming out soon. All right, here. Something cool happens right about now. So I was talking about cage grappling. You see how Manimal's using the cage to cut off my route of escape. He's pinning me against the cage. He's got the underhooks. I'm trying some bullshit judo throw that doesn't work. I give my back. But do you guys remember Jiri Prochazka versus Dominic Reyes about 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago? Here's the body slam. I was like, fuck that. I was just holding on to him like a koala. He was mad. He's like, why didn't you let me body slam you? I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Here it comes. Watch this. So yeah, it looks like, oh, did you see that? That would have been, ignore that, but that would have been a devastating spinning back elbow. I'm talking like maybe TKO. So you're welcome, Manimal. See, I'm a conscientious training partner too. I held back the spinning back elbow of death. And now I would have gotten out of that toe hold if I just had like 200 more feet of cage to roll, but the cage kind of cuts you off. Oh man, I am tired right now. Yeah, I look like Mark Coleman circa UFC 12. That's all right. I'm going to finish this. I'm still moving. I'm still trying to throw this bolo punch bullshit that I love, and I'm still jumping on guillotines every chance that I get with no more success than the first time I tried. The guillotine's kind of my bread and butter. It's frustrating. I'm going to hit it on him one day. You're going to see. Call him back in like 2 years. All right, getting punched in the face. This is like the only other cool thing I do in this video. Watch this. Ba-bam! Waiter sweep, except I leave both my legs in and I get heel hooked. But waiter sweep, pretty cool, right? Classic jiu-jitsu technique that you can use in MMA. And yeah, there's that heel exposure. Like, this sucks. And there, Manimal was saying afterwards that maybe I would have beaten the bell on that heel hook, but I feel like my knee would have exploded on that heel hook. So here, this is after sparring. Manimal is just sharing some Viking wisdom and MMA acumen with me. Thanks again to the Manimal for coming down and taking the time out of your schedule to work with me. Joy and I really appreciate it, and I think it made for a good video. He's looking kind of jacked there, right? Scary. I went 3 rounds with that guy. I'm still alive. We're going to let Manimal take it out.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We love having all our 5 subscribers looking at these videos. Maybe you could tell a friend and we'll get 6. If I bring my whole audience to your audience, we'll have about 10 people, and that's enough to start a tribe.
Yeah! Thank you for watching, motherfuckers.